All right, guys, so today we are going to be talking about depth and space within visual compositions. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about ways of creating the illusion of three dimensions or depth in an artwork, and we're going to start talking about some techniques to do that. So the first technique that we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about layering, and we're going to talk about horizon line. So a horizon line is our eye level, or it's where the ground and the sky meet. But for this purpose, we're just going to put a line somewhere on the paper. We're going to pretend like this is the back of a table here. So with our table being right here, what we've done is we've cut out a number of objects here. I'm going to show you what I have. I'm just doing the outline of these objects. I'm not worrying about any of the detail on the inside. We're just making what's called a contour drawing of these objects. And you can use all kinds of different things at home. This is a piece out of a magazine that would make an interesting texture. This one here, I cut this out and actually used the text to make an object that I'm using for my composition. I have some things that are made out of construction paper. This is an old piece of wallpaper, but if you're at home and you're struggling what to use, you can use all kinds of different things. You can use newspaper. I have this manila envelope here that would work well, and this file folder as well. So, I mean, find what will work for you that'll give you a variety of color and texture. If you have construction paper, you can use that as well. But what we're doing here is we've put this horizon line on the paper with the understanding that things that are closer to the bottom of the paper are closer. Things that are closer to this horizon line are further away. So it doesn't matter the scale of the object. I can have something sitting way back here. Notice where the bottom of this object is in relationship. And I can have something sitting up front here. So this very large object is obviously sitting in front of the smaller one. But it still works regardless of scale if we take the smaller object and put it in front. And the reason it works is because of two reasons. We're creating depth by layering or overlapping, but we're also showing that the bottom of this object is closer to us or closer to the viewer than it is the back of the table or close to the horizon line. So what I want you to do is I want you to make 5 objects, just contour outlines of these objects using whatever papers you can find to create a cool variety. And then I want you to take those 5 objects and I want you to put them together in a composition that shows understanding of layering and depth. So if an object is closer to the horizon line, it should be behind the objects that are closer to the bottom of the paper. So this composition right here would be a finished product. I have background, middle ground, and foreground all within the same composition. And I've created depth going back into space. If you have any questions on this, feel free to email me, but I just wanted to make sure you understood where we were going next with this. Any questions, holler at me.